Today we're changing the oil on this Audi A3 1.6 diesel. Basically just a basic service, changing the oil, changing the filter. We'll put a new sump plug in as well. So yeah, go through the process of what needs to be done. I've never personally done the oil on one of these yet. So I'm guessing we've got to remove a panel underneath, maybe pull the engine cover off. There's a bit of stuff in the way to get to the oil filter, but we'll go through it all now step by step. I'll show you what tools you need. I'll show you how to do the oil change on the car. I've took the plastic cover off underneath. I'll show you where all the torques are on the plastic cover. It's easy to show it you on the floor rather than being under the car with the cameras at funny angles. I'm going to go under the car now with a little camera and I'm going to show you where the sump plug is. As you can see, this is coming under the front of the car with the plastic cover removed. This here is the gearbox, that side is the engine. There's a cover on this one, as you can see. So what you want to do is come to the back of the sump. Come to the back of the sump, which is here, and you can see the nut. Sorry about the camera angle now. The sump nut is right there. Get this oil drained out. Really, you want to wear gloves to do this. I've never wore gloves, to be honest. So there we go. The nut never went in the oil. I've still got it in my hands, which is unusual for me. And yeah, it's draining nice. So that's it, we'll leave that draining. We'll go up top and we'll get this oil filter out. Obviously at the top of the engine now, we've got the engine cover. This just pops off. So just give it a gentle pull from the front corners. And there's a couple of clips. And there's a couple at the back. So just give it a gentle pull from the corners. Just like that. As you can see, the clip points, all four corners there. The oil filter is right down here. I will get the other camera and show you in closer. Trying to have a quick look at the best way of doing it. I think it'll be to remove this bracket. We've got lines here which are flexi. There's a little electrical connection here. I reckon if we take that bolt off, we can move this over enough to get to that oil filter housing. Engine cover removed. The oil filter is right buried down there, very awkward place really. But we've got this little bracket here with a 10mm nut on the top. I've got a feeling if we remove this bracket, we'll be able to move this gently over. These pipes are flexi, as you can see, so we can move that around to there. They are bendy. Yeah, we'll get access to it. We'll undo that now, see if it gives us enough access. To show you with a little camera. As you can see, this bracket fits there like that, and what you can do is pull it up gently, turn it around and rest it there out the way. Nothing's under tension, everything's fine, and you can see we've got good access to the oil filter housing right there. I'm guessing that's going to be a 32mm, but I'll get the sockets now and we will see. Get that out, get the new one in, and we're not far off done. Yeah, it's a 32mm socket. I've got it on the lung extension just to make my life a bit easier really, as you can see. Somebody had put that way too tight. I'm going slow with it as it's a plastic housing. It does get very hot. I've never had one break, but you could. So there's no need to rush it and force it out. The oil is dripping underneath because I can hear it, but it is fine to start doing the top now. There's actually more oil coming out now. So obviously there's a little plunger inside here which has opened up now. I've took the cap off. Yeah, and it'll drain out a little bit more. We'll just leave that to drain for a few minutes. I'll go and find a rag just in case we spill anything on the engine so I can clean it up. The light may be a bit poor inside here, but it's going to be easier. What I've got is a little pick tool, so we can get it underneath the O-ring. We can lift it carefully like that, and we can pop them off. I've just completely lost that one into the universe somewhere. You don't need these are going in the bin. So there's the second one. Obviously this one's slightly bigger, that one's slightly smaller. and then we've got one on here. And there's a little cutout there where you can get a pick tool in to pop it off, so you're not causing any damage then. Just like that. Got the big O-ring here. When you refit this, you don't want to be twisting it, so you want to sort of pull it without snapping it over, rather than rolling it down, because you just twist all the seal up. So you sort of need to do it like that. That's it, just like that. That will not be twisted. It's not under tension. We will rub a bit of fresh oil on this in a moment before we put it back in, and that's it. This oil filter is smaller this end than the other end. The bigger end goes down onto the filter that way. So technically the small end is down to the bottom. It's easier to put the filter on now because you've got to get these rings on, and when you put these O-rings on, it's hard to get the filter over it. And as always with all my videos, recommended the customer to get Castrol oil and Bosch filters or man filters, something like that. Same with these O-rings, you don't want to be forcing them on and rolling them. So I need to pick this one up. So yeah, we need to give it a little pull just to get it on without breaking it. That's it, just like that. That's not twisted or rolled or anything, look. It's absolutely spot on. Same with the little one. Sorry about your view with this part, it's not going to be brilliant, but there's nothing I can really do because it's small and fiddly. So what I'm doing is running it, that's it, look, it's just popped itself on. I was running it around to stop it twisting. And there we go, this is ready to reinstall. That's it, all done. The filter's attached, it's pushed in. There, top done. Also says on the top to tighten to 25 Newton meters. But yeah, get it back inside the car now. Yeah, it's gone back in nicely. It was not too bad. Start off with hand tightening it first, so you can just feel that it's going on the way it should. We should be able to get away with a smaller extension here. I prefer to use a smaller extension rather than larger. So now you feel like you've got more control, more feel, I suppose. Go nice and slow, like I'm doing right here. If it starts to get instantly tight, there's something wrong. You should just feel the same all the way down till it finishes and stops. And there we go. I personally won't torque it up because it's roughly what I do on all of them and they're totally fine. Give it a quick wipe around the top of that housing, refit this, sun plug back in. Technically the oil change is done. That is how simple it is. Yeah, I've not done any videos for a while. If this is your first video you're watching on the channel, you won't realise that, but the channel's been going quite a long time. I've just not had any cars to work on. So this car come up and I jumped at it. So let's get this bracket back on. Well, there's a bit of oil there, one sec. Just want to make sure it's clean. Whenever I work on a car, I treat it as my own. And as you can see, a little bit of oil on there. You're gonna get bits of oil places, you can't help it. Like I said earlier, I don't want to keep jinxing myself. Do not drop this, because it'll just disappear. You'll never find it again. And be careful when you tighten this one up, because it's a little sealed plastic, like nut inside the plastic, welded. You will strip it if you're not careful. doesn't need to be super tight, just nipped up. You can see there, that's enough. That's plenty tight enough, as you can see, that's done. Now we can get the engine cover back on technically, but what I'll do, I'll leave the engine cover off for when we put oil in. So what we can do with that then, we can have a rag wrapped around here, just like this, just in case we do spill any oil. And there is a little cup on here, as you can see, which will catch any spilt oil, but just in case it splashes, we've got the rag around the outside just in case. So yeah, basically I'm going to get a new sump plug, put a new sump plug in, as long as the oil's finished draining, and yeah, ready to top the oil back up. So that's it now, we're going to get oil back in. I've put the rag back around the outside, just to stop any oil, if I spill it, getting into any of the crevices in the engine. The customer I'm doing this for brought the parts himself. He seems to believe it's 4 litres, from what online recommends. From what I can find, I think it might be 4.5, so we may need to get some more oil. But as you can see, that's it, just go slow now. I'm putting oil in this first, before I put the engine cover back on to check for leaks. Now I've put in 3 litres, and what I'm going to do quickly is just have a quick check. Just before we go too crazy with it. I know it's not enough in there, but you're better off, before you're piling it all in, you're better off checking. As you can see on here, you've got the hatched area there, which I'm guessing that's going to be the maximum at the top of the hatched area. You could even go to that groove there probably, but yeah, we'll have a look now, see how it fills up. It might not even register, to be honest, on this. Yeah, that's not even registering, it's just started hitting the bottom. That's 3 litres. Obviously the car is jacked up, so it's sloped to the side, but yeah, we can put the rest of this in safely. Try not to spill it, because I haven't got the rag there. Yeah, I'm good. If you overfill the oil, you need to drain some out, because you will cause more damage to the engine than not enough oil. Overfilling the oil is really bad. So I've got a feeling this is around 4.5 to 5 litres. That's my feeling. So this customer will have to buy more oil. I did tell him that earlier before I did it, and he's like, yeah, it's not a problem, I can run down the road and grab some. So yeah. And what we'll do with the old oil, it'll go inside this tub. So we can take it down to the tip and get rid of it. I'll dip this again. To check the oil level properly, it needs to be back on level ground, but it's just to give us an idea. Yeah, it's halfway up the stick, look. I don't know if you can see it on that camera. So yeah, it just needs a little bit more, but it probably is about 4.5 litres, to be honest, looking at that. So yeah, that's the oil topped up. What we will do now, have a check underneath, make sure it's not leaking, which it won't be, because it's got a brand new sump plug and washer, but it's all torqued up as well. So what I'm going to do is get the engine cover back on, drop the car down. We'll check if the oil service reset needs resetting. If it does, I will show you that. And that's the end of the oil change. Pretty simple. It wasn't complicated to do on this car at all, nice and easy. So let's get this engine cover back on. So this is the engine cover, which goes underneath. These bits at the front clip in basically, and then this lifts up to the engine. It's got total, it's got 8, 9, 10, 11 screws in total, and they are T25 Torx, as you can see right there. So yeah, the way this fits back in the car, it goes that way basically. These clip into the front like that, so you slide that in, clip it in. Once they're clipped in place, you slide the top back up and then put your screws back in. So that's it. I'll get this cover refitted underneath. But yeah, that's the oil change done. We'll refit this engine cover right now on video, and then I'll jump in the car and see if the oil service needs resetting. If it does, I'll show you how to do it. So with this, you've got these clips, not clips, like holes where these little balls go into. So if you line up the oil fill a bit, and then just gently, bit of pressure down, you can hear them popping in. You can see that does not need forcing. It's done, it's on, everything's done there. So basically we'll jump inside the car and check this service interval reset. But I'll give my hands a good scrub. This is not my car. So what we've done, we put the ignition on. This stalk here, you give it a pull. So we've pulled that, oil change it says there. We pull and hold it. And there we go. So what you do, you pull and hold that little stalk once, goes onto the oil service, you pull and hold it again, and then it'll reset it. So now it's saying oil changes in 9,400 miles. So that is fully reset and ready to go. So that's it. That's how you do an oil change on an Audi A3 1.6 TDI, and also do the oil reset inside the car. So on the inside of the car, I don't know how good this little camera picked it up, but you basically pull the stalk and it'll come up, oil service, you pull the stalk again and then it'll reset it. It goes back then, just lines with nothing, and then it tells you how many miles after. So yeah, that's pretty simple. Difficulty, say 10 being hard, 1 being easy. I'd say that's around a 3 or a 4, purely just because you've got to remove that little bolt and move things out of the way. Other than that, it's simple. Anyone could do the oil change on that. It's a very easy job. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. If you did enjoy it or you did find it helpful, please give it a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.